Hey everybody, it's Sunday, June 21st, 2026. It's the day after the Watermelon Festival, so I know that parade video was a little lengthy, but Emily was working the shop, so she wasn't able to see it, so I decided to film the parade so that she could enjoy it. Haven't done an update on the house, so here we are. Still got to finish running the conduit here. We've finally been getting some rain, so every time I try to do this is full of water, but I've got to do the other 1.5 inch conduit up to the other breaker panel. Emily's dad, thank you very much, came up a couple weeks ago, Memorial Weekend, I believe, and we ran new water line. So one of the things that we did is our original water meter was way up here, and we ran, I don't know, I think 1,000 feet or something down here to the barn. And the water company told us to run 3/4 inch pipe. One of the plumbers I talked to said 3/4 good, but again, due to friction, 3/4 pipe, we didn't have much water pressure in the barn, and we've been dealing with that since we installed it. So try to make a long story short, we changed to a water meter over here by our service entrance that was originally owned by the HOA. So we told the HOA they could have ours up there if we could have this one. And then we ran 1.5 inch pipe here, and then reconnected the barn. I put a shutoff valve to the water hydrants up there and the water hydrants back here, and then also a separate one going to the barn. So now underneath here, I still got to finish all that, but that's where all the shutoff valves are and things to the house. So again, I've got to finish that 1.5 inch conduit there. And then this is the conduit to Emily's fiber optic wire going to the barn. And then that's the stub out for the water going to the house and the stub out going into the house. So that's what that is. A lot of progress has been made. I haven't done many videos, obviously, because I've just been too darn busy. They tried to get the initial grade of this done. Again, we've finally been getting some rain, so everything's a little soggy out here, but nothing really changed out here yet. They did get the drywall up and drywall mudded. Jason, the painter, is awesome. He put the skim coat or surfacer coat on here, and everybody kept saying, hey, you going with a level 3, level 4, level 5 finish? I really didn't know what that is, but we trusted the builder, and he was like, yeah, you want the level 5 finish, which is a smooth finish. Now, this being the garage, probably won't have that, but the inside of the house is going to have a level 5 finish, which means they put a surfacer on there, which is kind of like a very thin coat of drywall, and then they got to sand the entire thing. Up here we've got our access to where the HVAC unit is. It's the little utility closet here in the barn, mainly for Emily's mom's scooters and things of that nature. But really it's just a staining area right now for all the tongue and groove. They did deliver all the trim for the doors, and I believe baseboards are somewhere in that mess. And they started trimming out some of the doors. There's a door going into the pantry. Sorry about the swings here, but yeah, so they started trimming out the doors and it looks really good. I originally was going to do the trim work, but seeing as I got to finish all the electrical work, I told our builder that I didn't want to slow him down. And I think I was getting in over my head just with work and everything going on there, which is a whole nother story, which we won't get into, but I've just been super busy. Water closet here. Again, started the trim work. Laundry room. Call that the cat cubby. It's gonna be like the cat and kitten area, whatever. They're getting big. Coming in here to the dining area. This is all the what I call tongue and groove. They call it V-groove, same thing. That stuff I believe all has to go back because they were not happy with the boards. Our project today after we go to church is going to be to come back and work on this door here to the pantry. This door here is to the little closet here in the foyer. Now, Jason, the painters, like I said, he's done a great job. This is that surfacer coat. They still need to come out and sand it. But his spray gun, Sherwin-Williams, changed the chemical makeup, I guess, of their surfacer. And it was clogging his spray gun. So he would get about 20 minutes into it. It would clog up. He'd have to take it apart, clean it. Then he'd get 20 more minutes out of it. So he decided to roll all of this, and I think it really beat him up. So anyways, it's starting to look just really amazing in here. Good news is it's super quiet. That's the other reason for the hurricane windows. Helps with the noise, and our neighbors play music extremely loud. We moved out here to the country for a little quiet, and it's anything but quiet some days. Again, this is a little foyer closet. Light switch for the Christmas lights. This room is going to have shiplap. That's why this has not had finisher or surfacer applied to it. So we've got to do the side walls, front and back wall with shiplap. The shiplap has not been delivered yet. And I think we're going with white shiplap, which I'm kind of on the fence on. The walls are going to be painted white initially, or some off-white color. And I just think it's a lot of white. We'll see. We can always paint it again later a different color as we move furniture in and figure out how things go. And obviously white is safe, but the white shiplap, I'm kind of on the fence on. Emily and I are still talking about it. Coming in here to the third bedroom. We were really happy to see that there were not bifold doors on this closet, that they're actually 2 doors. So that's very nice. Again, there was going to be a second closet here, but the desk that I made for Emily in the RV is going to go here so that our company and just we have a little workstation in here. It's kind of wild because you get a lot of progress, then it slows down, and there's a lot of progress, and it slows down again. But again, not to beat a dead horse here, but with everything else going on, I am in no big rush to get this thing finished. I mean, I'm ready to be out of the RV, but again, I got to do all this electrical, which won't be that bad. But we got to install the lights, the outlets, the switches, all the breakers. This is that second master suite. So we're gonna hire Carson. He's one of the kids that was working for the plumber. He's now gone out on his own. He's gonna probably come in and do a lot of the plumbing work. I mean, as far as installing the toilets and sinks, excuse me, I can do that, but the way they did the tubing or the plumbing parts, I think I'd have to order a special tool, and by the time I do that, I might as well just hire a guy to come out and put all the shut-offs on there, and then I can finish it from there. This is the big walk-in closet for the second master suite. It looks like that thing is crooked, which will drive me crazy, so we might have to address that. Let's wait and see. Sorry about the swing here. Again, this ceiling's gonna all have tongue and groove on it, or V-groove, whatever you want to call it. Be a faux beam across there. To give you an idea of what ceilings are gonna look like, they started on the master bedroom, which was nice. Here's the our walk-in closet. And again, yes, it's pretty good size, but you know, we're gonna have a folding table here, our own little washer dryer right here. So even though it looks like a good size walk-in closet, it's probably bigger than my bedroom that I had growing up. But once we get the folding table in here with drawers and the washer dryer and other things in here, it's gonna be nice that it's that big. Because we're not really, you know, big on furniture and stuff in the bedroom. The bed will be there. I built a captain's bed that you guys will eventually see. I built it for our old house. So it'll look great there. This is gonna have shiplap on it. Again, the whole idea with the white shiplap, I'm kind of on the fence because of how amazing that looks. So again, this is gonna have a faux beam here with the ceiling fan, but that stained wood looks amazing. And that's what it's gonna look like in the living room as well. Coming into here, again, this is our master bath. We've got Kevin, our cabinet guy, gonna build a custom vanity because we can't find we found a picture of what we like, but we can't find it for sale anywhere. So I think Kevin's gonna build that, and really Kevin building it is gonna probably be cheaper than it would be to buy it, which is hard to believe. Kevin's prices for the cabinets was a lot cheaper than, you know, cabinets that you buy and assemble yourself, which again, I find that hard to believe, but I also think Kevin's trying to get in goods with our builder, which isn't a bad thing. And if we reap any benefits from it, I'm all for it. Coming out here again, we finally gotten some rain, but you can see that the grass, weeds, whatever has really started to take over the pond. It just looks really weird, but we've had several inches of rain, so it's going to take a while for the ground to soak it up, but again, it's definitely progress. This drought has been brutal, and then once the water's in here, I'm hoping most of the grass is going to die, but regardless, all these other little willows and stuff started popping up. So if that's what it took to really add something to the pond, then hey, something good came of it. But regardless, once the water's back in here, you know, we do have to put some chemicals in the pond from time to time, and those chemicals will eventually, you know, safely get rid of the grass if there's even such a thing. But Emily's not big on putting toxins in there. So back here, they've started doing the tongue and groove on this outside ceiling. Kind of staring into the sun here, so it's probably hard to see, but I got those boards up. And then again, same tongue and groove that's in the bedrooms, they're doing out here, and it just looks amazing. It really does. I'm gonna get my back to the sun so you can see it. But this is coming out of the second master suite. And again, this ceiling's gonna have the same, our ceiling, living room ceiling, bedroom ceiling. And sit there and look at all that, it's just gonna be beautiful. Again, can't wait to have more water in the pond. We're still trying to figure out what we're doing with the railing here, but there's still a lot to do. If we're in by Thanksgiving, I'll be happy. That's progress out here at Deer Run Farm.